you may misunderstand what really needs to be done to solve the problem.
All right, so we would have done all the preparations. We're now at our equation 3 and equation 4. Yes, that switching of coefficients was to make certain that we would have been getting identical coefficients, because if we have two things and give away both of them, we have nothing left. And it's the same principle we're using here too. We want to get rid of the x's, so we are going to give away some of them. In our world though, in mathematics, giving away would mean that we're subtracting. So we have to tell people. Here, our next operation then would be equation 3 minus equation 4. Okay? So we are going to be taking equation 3 from equation 4. In doing that, you wouldn't even have to go through too many principles, because you can see if we are going to do that, the equation 3 stays the same. So it is 6x minus 8y is equal to 10. That stays the same. But what we do have to perform is to make certain that because it is a negative number, we're subtracting. So if I had a bracket around this entire equation, I put a minus sign outside. Oh, let's do it down here. If I have a bracket, so if I had to take equation 4, subtracted from equation 3. So I have 6x minus 15y is equal to 24. You can see right away that because there's a negative sign outside the bracket, in removing the terms from inside the bracket, I would have to change each sign. All right? And that is the principle when teachers would tell you that the equation on the bottom row, we change all the signs. And it is because of this, because we're saying equation 3 minus equation 4. So all the signs on the bottom row must be changed to the opposite sign. So we can do that right now. If I remove my brackets, this would now become a plus, and this becomes a negative. Okay, I want you to see what I did a while ago. So I'm going to use a different color. Okay, so now changing the signs. So it would be negative 6 plus 15y, and it's negative 24. We said that we are taking equation 4 from equation 3. So after this, we would then add in equation 3 plus 4. I could have written it up, equation 3 minus equation 4, just give you your solutions. I want to be very, very thorough, so I'm just saying, having done that, where we're saying we're subtracting, showing you that we're changing the sign, we can say now we're adding them, and then so that is why 6x minus 6 will disappear. We have negative 8y plus 15y. Which number is bigger? And it is our positive sign. And by how many? And we would know that 8 plus 7 would have given us 15. So that is where we're getting. Here then, we would have had, it is now 7y, and that is equal to, we have 10 minus 24, and we're saying which number is bigger, and by how many, and then we know it is negative 14, and this is our equation 5. Now, so we have reduced then the simultaneous equation to a one variable. It doesn't matter if you say simultaneous equation means we are finding two values at the same time. In actually carrying out the algorithm, we can only find one and then use the value from that 1 to find the other value. Okay? So right here, we're going to see we have 7y is equal to negative 14. We don't want 7y, we want 1y. So what are we going to do? Yes, we're going to divide both sides by 7. So then we're going to have that it is 7y divided by 7 would be equal to negative 14 over 7. And then we're going to get that y would be equal to a positive divided by a negative would leave us with negative 2. And that is why we get our value for y, which is equal to negative 2. I'm going to call this equation, that solution, equation 6, because I am now going to say I need to find a value for x. So I go back to my original equations, in my equations 1 and 2, and I will decide which one I am going to use to find the value of x, since I now know that the value of y is equal to negative 2. I have two equations, so how am I going to choose which one I want to work to find the value of x? So here I would want to say, let's just get rid of this part here so we can make sense that it is high, so you can say, so now having gotten the value for y, we're going to say find value of x using negative 2 for y, and I am using in equation, and it really does not matter, but let's go with equation 1. In equation 1, so I'm using the equation 3x minus 4y is equal to 5. Therefore, y equals negative 2 implies then that 3x minus 4, and it is 4 times negative 2. We're replacing the value for y, so it's times negative 2 is equal now to 5. And we can solve this equation that we're going to get. It is 3x. A negative times a negative would give me a positive, and 4 2's would give you 8, and is equal to 5. Again, we're going to keep right into our linear equation again, solving. We're going to keep our x's on one side, take the numbers over to the other side. Then when we're finished, we're just going to take it over. So you have 3x is equal to negative 8 plus 5. And so we're going to get 3x is equal to negative 3. And x then, again, 3x divided by 3 would be equal to negative 3 divided by 3. And we're going to get x then would be equal to negative 1. And that is how we are solving our simultaneous equations. We must bring both of them together. So for the solution, we're going to see that x is equal to negative 1 and y is equal to negative 2. If you want to check to see if your solution is right, just substitute those values in any of the equations. So if I had to replace negative 1 for x in equation 2, this is what you would be getting, where you had 2x minus 5y is equal to 8. If I write 2 times negative 1 minus 5 times negative 2 is equal to 8. Let's see if we get 8 back on this side here. So we're going to get that it is 2, negative 2, negative, negative, give me a plus 10 is equal to 8. And you can get 8 then would be equal to 8. And you don't have to wait on your teacher to tell you if it's correct, because you can check it for yourselves. Now, today, this was a big one. All right? This simultaneous equation really took us down the miles. But is there anything difficult about this? Right. Take your time, cool off. Now Miss Weston's voice is not there. Look and see if you can do it. Next time, we will be back to work one of these because we are going to master mathematics in this country. Good evening.
Join us next time for another in the series, Mastering Mathematics, a production of the Education Broadcasting Unit in the Ministry of Education and ABS TV.